In every episode of Battle of the Supercars, the fastest cars in the world are pushed to their limits in no-holds-barred battles testing speed and handling. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Battle of the Supercars. I'm Lee Rearman. We're at the Westover Air Reserve Base in Chicopee, Massachusetts, home to the 439th Airlift Wing. Now, the flight line and exceptionally long runways here are usually used to launch C-5 Galaxy transports. But today, Westover is home to a dogfight between two lightweight, 10-cylinder, state-of-the-art super exotics, each making well over 500 horsepower. It's the Audi R8 FSI Quattro versus the Lexus LFA. Driving the Lexus LFA is movie stuntman, rally and drifting champion, Tanner Faust.
I've just got to say it's like a video game.
Challenging Tanner in driving the Audi R8 is one of the most determined and popular drivers performing in open-wheel racing, Paul Tracy.
I'm going to turn the screw down as tight as I possibly can.
Paul and Tanner's skill sets are different, but each has the talent and tenacity to win today's sorties between two high-flying, 10-cylinder exotics. The tree-shrouded back rows of western Massachusetts provide the perfect cover for our pair of super exotic coupes on approach to Westover Air Reserve Base.
Wow, it's actually quicker than I thought it was going to be.
Paul, the Audi R8 FSI Quattro. Tanner's been in the Audi R8 before, but this is your first trip around the block, isn't it?
Yeah, Tanner's had a lot of time in this car, obviously. You know, I'm a little bit worried. I don't know what to expect, but the Audi feels great. This car, I know, just looking at it, is very, very sleek and very sexy. Fantastic aerodynamics. The car is really, really smooth.
Tanner, the Lexus LFA, you've had some time in it. What do you think?
This car is unbelievable. It's, okay, just first impressions. I mean, it's a sports car, 552 horsepower. The interior is spectacular. It's like a video game. I mean, it's really fully packed with stuff, and it's still light. It's really kind of amazing. The sound of the V10 is epic. The downshifts, the flipping is so instantaneous. The throttle response is awesome. Above 6,000 RPM, it wakes up, and it is a rocket ship.
That is like the perfect car for Tanner because he's such a techno geek about everything. Everything is like numbers and computer settings and this, that. I just want a fast car that I can bury my foot into.
Paul's Audi R8 FSI Quattro is the progeny of Audi's championship racing program. A production car that features balanced weight distribution, a lightweight aluminum body surrounding an aluminum space frame, and magnetic ride damper system. The mid-mounted, direct-injected 5.2-liter V10 engine makes 525 horsepower and puts power to all four wheels through a lightning-fast R-tronic transmission. Tanner's Lexus LFA pushes the boundaries of what a car can be with dramatic styling, lightweight carbon fiber reinforced plastic monocoque chassis, and bodywork. The gauges and control systems could have come from an X-Wing fighter. The driver attacks the Empire with a sophisticated 552 horsepower, mid-front mounted 4.8-liter V10 engine, shifting through an automated sequential gearbox. Round one of our competition is the Standing Mile, a head-to-head test of acceleration and aerodynamics on Westover runway 05. First car to complete the mile wins. Speed, distance, and timing in each car are recorded by a video V-Box that integrates GPS data and video. Now, first battle, Standing Mile, how are you going to get off the line better than he does?
Well, obviously the car is pretty user-friendly. Four-wheel drive, over 500 horsepower. just try to get the best launch I can. And you know, this car is pretty slick. I'm going to try it with the launch control in sport mode, which will give me some slight traction control.
Tanner, first battle, standing mile. How are you going to get off the line in the Lexus LFA?
Well, I know that there's a mode where you can put it in neutral, and then basically when you drop your hand, I just grab first gear and it sort of dumps it into gear.
Tanner, are you ready? Paul, are you ready?
Paul gets that all-wheel drive launch.
Oh, I got a huge jump on him.
Tanner's making up ground.
He's coming on me hard now.
147 and climbing.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be close.
Neck and neck now.
Oh, is it so close? Oh, he's looking at me too.
It's the LFA at the line. Wow.
He beat me by like a half a car length.
Oh man. Tanner 6/10 in front. Both cars at 166 miles per hour.
Paul, you got off the line ahead. Then he comes and beats you at a photo finish. You got to be irritated, to say the least.
Are you sure?
He got you by inches.
I mean, what can you say? I mean, the car launched perfect, had it in sport mode, kept a little bit of traction control on like I said I was going to do. The power of the V10 just launched out of the hole, and I pulled out about a car length on Tanner, and I had it, and I'm looking over at him, and he's just clawing it back and clawing it back.
Tanner, he got you off the line. You pulled up next to him. You got him by inches in the end.
I mean, I flat out failed. The only thing that I had to do was launch correctly, right? And just drop the ball there. But the Lexus picked up my slack on that one.
Tanner's last-second heroics gives the LFA the first point on the Michelin Battle of the Supercars scoreboard after a standing mile win in round one.
Vice Commander here, second in charge at the 439th Airlift Wing, and I take care of all the other things that the boss doesn't want to take care of.
Now, what is the role and the mission of the Westover 439th Airlift Wing?
We're out to take care of bringing transport, cargo, and people downrange to take care and support the troops out in the field.
And you guys have had some humanitarian missions going on recently, haven't you?
We sure did. We had one just the other day going out to Pakistan doing flood relief, bringing out supplies and water.
Now, you guys are very highly disciplined. How cool is it to see a different discipline being race car drivers versus pilots and planes?
Well, the comparisons are everywhere, and it is really cool to have you here, Lee.
Colonel, thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
In our mission at Westover, Tanner's Lexus LFA leads Paul's Audi R8 1-0 after a narrow win in round one's standing mile. The speeds will go even higher in round two's top speed run. The fastest car to complete the 2-mile sprint down the Westover Air Reserve Base runway wins.
Paul, tons of runway here, even giving you guys a rolling start. What speed do you think you're going to hit?
Really hard to say. Obviously, it's it's going to be really close. I think that the Audi's a little bit more aerodynamic.
Now, when you're behind the wheel and you get up to those higher speeds, what is it that a driver can do to go faster?
Nothing. Just bury your foot against the firewall and just keep squeezing it and hanging on until your shutoff point.
Got a high-speed event coming up now. The fact that you won the standing mile coming from behind, you got to feel great about it.
I think the aerodynamics on this LFA are pretty good. We all know the Audi's slippery, but I think the Lexus showed its cards a little bit by catching the Audi at the end of the mile.
Now, Paul seemed to imply that he's got a more manly foot than you do on this high-speed run, and that's what it's all about, is just putting the pedal to the metal, right?
Yeah, he's going to have to push that size 6 pretty hard into the pedal to beat this Lexus this time, though.
So I definitely want the air conditioning off, sport mode on, shifting to maximum, and I think we're good to go. Hammer down.
LFA outbound and on the taxiway.
Making our turn onto the straightaway. The sound is just glorious. Already going 140 miles an hour. We just hit the straightaway. Perfect. All right, dead center down the middle now. 160.
This former B-52 runway has never seen this kind of ground speed. Whoa!
It's really going quick. 178. That's 6th gear. That's top gear right there. Smooth as can be. 180.
LFA coming up on the shutoff.
And that's the line. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of time to sit full throttle.
Whoa! Tanner crosses the marker at 184.1 miles per hour.
That probably cost me 4 miles an hour, maybe more. Maybe 6 miles an hour. That could have been the difference on this one.
Paul doesn't know Tanner's speed, and the Audi is on course.
Flying into the mile now. I'm already at 100 miles an hour and haven't even hit the runway yet. Just coming onto the runway now.
He's flying. The Audi is on afterburners now, yeah.
And we are at 150 miles an hour already. You feel a little bit of a headwind.
He's still gaining speed.
Come on, baby.
Almost there.
Come on, baby. 186.
The data is in, and Paul gets it done. 185.1 miles per hour at the line. Insane.
Okay, Tanner, the high-speed run was tick-tight. 185.1 miles per hour versus 184.1 miles per hour. The winner is Paul Tracy in the Audi by 1 mile an hour.
What? Oh, that's pretty disappointing. That's ridiculous. I couldn't figure out how to get the wing down, and I was thinking, you know, it doesn't really matter. Damn it.
Paul, 1 mile an hour faster. Tanner is ticked. You've got to be ecstatic.
No, I'm totally excited. Obviously, the Audi handled great. It just drove straight as an arrow and just kept accelerating. When I entered the runway, I was actually almost at 140 miles an hour already. No problems. This Audi just kept going like a locomotive.
And this dogfight is even, brother. Paul ties Tanner on the Michelin Battle of the Supercars scoreboard after his top speed victory in round 2. Round 3 is the 0 to 100 mile per hour to 0 event on the Westover Air Reserve Base Taxiway. This is a test of off-the-line acceleration and braking. Stop shorter and you win.
Tanner, all even on battles, 1 each. How do you approach the 0 to 100 to 0 event?
Well, there's no doubt that the LFA is intimidating. There's a lot more to this car than just straight line performance. The car, being as intelligent it is, it does have a real launch control that limits the amount of wheel spin you can get. It's like launch control for idiots.
He's got steel brakes, you've got carbon brakes, but that makes a big difference, doesn't it?
The carbon brakes can resist fade even just in one brake application. The trick, though, with carbon brakes is they work best with high heat.
Paul, 2 seemingly evenly matched cars. How do you approach the 0 to 100 to 0 event?
Well, I think I've got to use the Audi's strengths. Obviously, it's got a great gearbox. It's got a great launch control. I felt the car on the road. It's pretty fast, but, you know, Tanner's got what is arguably the greatest supercar to date made. The way Tanner's walking around, he thinks he's got a handle already.
Paul, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tanner, are you ready?
Even launch. Up to speed. Lexus ahead. And there's 100. And on the brakes. Oh, Paul does it. With his steel brakes, too. Wow. V-Box GPS data shows how incredibly close this was.
Tanner, 2 feet difference. 1,169 feet for you, 1,167 for Paul. It's got to be killing you.
Yeah, it was very, very close. Got a good launch, matched the all-wheel drive actually off the line, got on the brakes, and Paul was just able to sneak out 2 feet on me.
But talk about how amazing these 2 evenly matched cars are.
Yeah, when you lay them into the format that we're doing with these battles, they're incredibly even. We've had every single run be within a couple tenths of a second or a couple feet. The fact is, there's so much more car to this LFA than the things that we can just show in these competitions, but that doesn't matter. I still need to stick it to Paul.
Paul, 2 feet in the 0 to 100 to 0. I don't even have to ask if you're pumped up, do I?
I'm excited, and I like rubbing the salt in Tanner's wounds, and I'm just amazed at the performance of this Audi. It's a good feeling to be in these two cars and have it be such a tight battle, and just to be getting the edge on Tanner definitely makes you feel good.
It's been an incredibly tight battle so far, but Paul has the edge on the Michelin Battle of the Supercars scoreboard after his R8's 0-100-0 win in round 3.
Behind me is the C5 Galaxy Transport. This airplane is so big, it can fit 4 school buses from nose to end, long way. It can also transport 800,000 pounds of cargo. So I'm with Senior Airman Matt Blaze. Now, Matt, tell us what's going on behind us with the C5 Galaxy right now.
Basically, what we're doing right now is we're getting ready to load the cars onto the jet. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna kneel the airplane down. We're gonna bring down the gear so it's at a safe level for us to load. When that happens, we'll open up the back doors, we'll drive the cars on, and then we'll put the ramp down, we'll be ready to go.
Of course, the busy flight line at Westover sees a lot of action, including our competition between two 10-cylinder Super Coupes. Tanner's Lexus LFA took the standing mile, and then Paul stormed back with wins in the top speed and 0-100-0 event, and leads 2 events to 1 after round 3. Round 4 is one fast lap on a 1-mile road course with 1 left and 3 right turns.
Paul, you're up 2-1, going into the road course. I know Tanner's feeling the pressure. You can crunch him here.
Well, I'm gonna turn the screw down as tight as I possibly can on Tanner. It's a pretty fast road course we got here. Big wide straightaways and big fast corners. You know, the Audi doesn't probably have as much downforce as the Lexus, but I'm gonna give it everything it's got. The Lexus has been touted as the be-all, end-all of supercars, and you know, this Audi has competed right with it, but I think I can handle Tanner on the road course.
Tanner, onto the road course, got a 1-mile, 4-turn course. You're down 2-1. You can either get blown away or you can tie it up.
For me, all the marbles are on the road course. That's what it's all about anyway. This is where the expensive stuff comes in. This is where the balance, having the radiators in the back, the transaxle, the engine moves so far back in the front that there's near 50-50 balance. All of those things kind of come into play when you get out on a track.
Plus the pressure's on because you got to beat Paul.
I gotta beat Paul. This is killing me. If there's one thing that the LFA is superior at to almost any other car on the planet, it's road course handling. They've done all their Nürburgring testing, testing at Fuji, and hopefully all of that research comes into play right now and saves my ass.
I'm really gonna need to get a good start, and hopefully I can keep ahead of Tanner.
Paul, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tanner, are you ready?
Whoa! PT jumps ahead. He's setting up for the first turn. Paul has the outside line on the right-hander.
He's got an inside run on me here, unscrewed.
I got him. I got him. Oh, this is where the LFA is so good. So good on the road course where everything comes together finally.
There is plenty of fight left in the R8.
Come on, baby.
Paul can't get by Tanner.
Yeah.
And the LFA takes it. Paul cannot be happy. Tanner is a second faster. Of course, finishing ahead of Paul is all that matters. Tanner is obviously thrilled to post his second point on the Michelin Battle of the Supercars scoreboard after his road course win in round 4.
Tanner, he got you off the line, but you pulled it out on a short road course. Great job.
Yeah, that was tight. You know, we got the launch like you'd expect, you know, and like he has been all day. And I was able to get him on the inside of that hairpin, got a good run out of him, and maybe the downforce of the LFA helped me, but I was able to check out from there.
Well, all the straight line events, these cars were very even. But honestly, because you took the big win in the road course, I'm going to kind of have to give you almost the victory based on performance.
I agree with you, absolutely.
But I know somebody's going to disagree with me based on performance in the road course. Although it was a tie, I kind of got to give it to Tanner, Paul.
I don't agree with that at all. You know, coming into this, I had Tanner in the gun sights, had him lined up, and he weaseled his way out of a loss by sticking it on me on the inside of a hairpin. So, you know, from that standpoint, I'm a little bit chapped. but I'd say it's a tie. No win for Tanner.
All right, a win here in the road course for Tanner, a tie for both drivers here on Battle of the Supercars.